Out with Rico and Nikki Porter is about to go live online. Catch select moments of All Out hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun. Streaming video on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, or twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Nikki Porter.
Rico Robles live. Are
you ready? Oh,
no
yeah.
Big deal. No big deal.
This is, he's coming back. Got something to share with us for all the fans, especially. And of course, the new song that everybody is feeling, dancing in the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen.
True.
Joining us back on the show is none other than Paul Klein of LANY.
Hey, Paul Klein, hold up. Yeah.
There we go. Hey, what's up, Paul?
What's up?
How you doing? Welcome back to the show. How you been, man?
I'm great. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, where are you joining us from right now?
Oh, just my little condo.
What time is it there?
7:30 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nice.
I would think it would still be the afternoon because the sun's still up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it sets over that way. So
It's really, really cool. Now, we know that you got something exciting to drop. You guys actually dropped a couple of new tracks as well. So tell us about it. First dropping that song, Dancing in the Kitchen.
Yeah. So that's the first single off our new album. And, I wrote it, I think, back in February. So it wasn't like the first song on the album that I wrote, and it wasn't the last song written for the album, but just kind of right in the middle. And I walked into the room the day I wrote it, trying to write a different song called Till I Don't, which is the idea, I love you so much, I can't promise forever, because the world is crazy and I have no idea what's going to happen, but I promise to love you right up until the second that I don't. and that was the song that we were writing, and we got to the bridge and I kind of just spit out this line, we fly around the world just to dance in the kitchen. And the guys in the room that I was writing the song with were like, bro, we have to write a song called Dancing in the Kitchen. So we did, and it's the first and only time I've ever written 2 songs in one day in my entire life. So
Wow.
I mean, is it challenging if it's like that? You're writing 2 songs in one day?
Yes, definitely. When the guy was like, we should write a song called Dance in the Kitchen, I was like, cool, let's write it tomorrow. He's like, no, we're going to write it right now. and I was like, okay, man, I mean, let's try. But you could feel the energy in the room and like how bad the song wanted to be written. And so I think we were all very, very excited as it was coming together, and it was very fun to write.
So coming to December also, you guys are going to have an album that will be dropping September 3rd. And it's called GGBBXX. Now, sounds very cryptic, but then, so tell us a little bit about, the meaning behind the album and what to expect.
Yeah, so like technically the title doesn't mean anything. It's not like, it's not an acronym for anything. Ultimately, I'm just really, really in love with the way these 12 songs feel, and any sort of word that exists right now in the dictionary just kind of seemed to take away or distract from the feeling of those songs. So I thought it'd be cool to just make something up, whether it's a word or a phrase or a series of letters, and that's what we did. And so ultimately, whatever these 12 songs make you feel is what GGBBXX means.
Now, when it comes to working on an album, when your guests are in the studio writing songs, do you ever listen to like classic albums from before, or do you totally just zone out, you empty out, your memory bank of all the classic songs from before from different artists?
To be honest, I don't reference too much. And I don't know if our music would be better if I did. I'm not sure. I just, I think I'm really big on instinct and just kind of following my gut. Obviously, we're listening to music all day, every day,
Mhm.
or all year. So all of that we're soaking in, right? And all that information probably does turn into subconscious inspiration. But no, I've never like referenced an album and been like, let's go make this album. Because I feel like if I don't know. I don't know how good that would turn out if I did that.
So, well, you have a lot of Filipino fans. Like you sold out 3 nights in Moa Arena. So, your arrangement of your music is just so heartbreaking and it's so beautiful. But also, the lyrics also makes your music, right? So, is there a particular line in any one of the songs that we're gonna expect from this upcoming album? Like when you wrote it, it was just like, wow, that is a good line.
um, hopefully quite a few of those. Like this is my favorite album that we've ever made for sure. And it's the most fun I've ever had making music and being in this band. I don't know, you know, there's a line in Getaway that's like, you're more Paris, Texas than Paris, France. Well, the line before it is like, you wouldn't be caught dead in yoga pants. You're more Paris, Texas than Paris, France. But there's a song at the end of the album called 1 Minute Left to Live, which I think is really special. X I Never Had is, I don't know, potentially one of the bigger songs I've ever written and probably the biggest song on the album. So we'll see. I think that's maybe it's something for you to tell me and for me to just kind of be like, okay, awesome.
I mean, do you ever find yourself driving with the full album? Like, do you do it as a group, as all of you guys, or is it just individually? Then you have your own feedbacks.
Sometimes it is, yeah. Like I remember when we were making "I Love You So Bad" in the very beginning days. Like we all were in a car together, listening and kind of freaking out, and then making notes. Now we live, you know, a little bit separate lives. Like we don't live under the same roof anymore. So, but I definitely I listened to the album almost nonstop until we put it out. And then I don't listen to it much ever again. It's just an interesting dynamic. But before the world hears it, I listen to it like all the time. And I'm constantly making notes. But at this point we've turned the album in and it's ready to go. It's done. So I'm very excited to like slowly introduce it to the world through our singles and as we kind of contextualize this whole thing. So
I mean, did you ever expect that "I Love You So Bad" was gonna get this massive, that it's gonna be an anthem, that it's gonna be in the charts for a long time?
A little bit and a little bit not. You know, I do remember when we had it and Les sent over the final mix of the song. I was like, I think this could be big, but I don't know. And at that point, we didn't have that many people that knew we existed and were listening to us. So the fact that it's still become, and it still is, this thing within our fan base and I guess the world a little bit, is pretty cool.
Did you go into music? I just want to know, like, did you go into music with the expectation that you wanted your music to make people's hearts cry? Or to make people's hearts reflect in their relationships and then in their lives. Yeah. So like where do you draw your inspiration actually?
Well, I because we do play so many shows every year. Well, we used to. We haven't played a show in a year and a half. But it would be pretty difficult for me to get up there and sing songs that I didn't connect with on a personal level. So so those songs, like all the songs I write, do come from personal experience. And, on this album, for instance, I've drawn on past experiences. I think, a couple of these songs I wrote from the perspective of several years ago, but now as I've grown and become a better songwriter and musician, I'm better equipped to write those songs that I've maybe those experiences that I had a few years ago. So I don't know, but ultimately, like the music that I really loved to listen to growing up and the artists that I really respected were people that moved me on a pretty like deep and emotional level. So if I can do that even just half as good as they did, that's a huge accomplishment. So thank you.
Now, the music that you make, it really gets people through their heartbreaks, through their heartaches. Do you ever have a hard time performing a certain song that it was a side of you that's very vulnerable, that you put yourself out there, and you have to always perform that song?
No, I find all of this such a blessing and such a gift, and I'm so lucky to even get up there and sing my saddest song. You know,
Mhm.
so I feel so lucky to do this, and most of the time I've completely worked through the emotions of those experiences by the time I'm playing them live for everybody.
Mhm.
Um, so no, it's actually sometimes easier to perform those ones that hurt the most because you have you have a lot to pull from, if that makes sense.
I mean, I
So
can
one
just
of the
imagine,
songs, yeah.
I mean, for you guys to come up with a happy party song.
Yeah,
Ooh. That still hurts, but let's just dance with it.
yeah,
Well, so one of the current songs, of course, that we're also playing on the Monster is "Dancing in the Kitchen." A lot of people love it. We love it as well. In relation to the title, though, I just want to know, like, is there a particular song or artist that would make you want to dance in the kitchen, one by yourself or another one with a partner?
of course. Drake.
Yeah.
Drake makes me dance. Drake gets me up and working out and moving. I love him, but I'm sure I could list like a ton. But yeah, I would say Drake.
Drake. Hey,
Drake.
that's what it's all
Got it.
about. Now, Paul, for those that are tuning in, we have Paul Klein. He's joining us. He's talking about, some of the new stuff that they will be dropping. Now, we did mention as far as like now it's July already. The journey has been very, very interesting for the whole world. So right now, where can you say you are now in life in general?
Oh, I don't know. I'm happy. I feel blessed. I feel incredibly grateful to have this job and to be in this band. Truly thankful and feel really lucky. I know that, I mean, I hope this lasts forever, but
Mhm.
if it doesn't, I'm going to make the most of it. So I wake up every day excited to kind of push myself to the limit and make the most of what I've been given in this opportunity. And, we are putting out 2 albums in less than a year.
Mhm.
I'm exhausted, but like I feel blessed to be exhausted. I feel so lucky to get to work on something that I love so much. So, really my 2 things in life, I love to make music and I love to make people happy, and hopefully I can do both of those things for as long as possible.
I mean, are you guys back on tour now? I know the United States, you guys have shows now, right? So are you guys back to doing shows?
We haven't started yet. We
Mhm.
are about to announce some tour dates, but we haven't yet. But hopefully we get back out there in the fall.
Hey, Nikki,
Wow.
we
That's
can't have them
oh,
any longer. We wish we could have them
oh
longer, but
no.
I'm gonna give you the last question, Nikki.
Me?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
perfect then. Okay, so since a lot of a lot of Filipinos love like sentimental music, we call it senti here.
Okay.
So what's your advice for those who are in search for love and those who are falling out of love?
I think he froze.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I think he froze. But let's zoom him since he's frozen. He's just
Admire.
such a good-looking guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
But we have Paul Klein. He's joining us. He is live with us, and he's been sharing with us. Let's see, he's just frozen right now.
Mm-hmm.
His Wi-Fi got disconnected.
Oh
But let's
no.
just admire what we are looking at. There you go. We'll try to have him back. But yeah,
Yeah.
so Paul Klein, he's joining us. The album is about to drop sometime in September, if I'm not mistaken. But Dancing in the Kitchen is
Mm-hmm.
what we are listening to. That's in the background right now. And of course, all the fans. Oh my goodness. I mean, I wanted to ask him about his nail.
I think he's back.
before.
He's back. Here he is.
There you go. Hi, Paul. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
we
No
missed you,
worries.
man.
So sad.
All right, so well, Nikki, with your question again, Nikki.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, what would be your advice for those who are in search of love and those who are falling out of love?
Oh no, God. I mean, I'm not a therapist or a counselor. I think the most important thing is just being all right, like being by yourself. I think when you look for happiness or fulfillment in other people, people are always going to let you down, no matter how great they are. So, I think being in love is amazing, but if you're not in love and just living your life, that should be good enough too. Is that okay to say?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect, Paul. That's the way we end this interview. Well,
Right.
thank you very much. I know it's summertime there and everybody's having a great time. We wish we could have you longer. People are asking, what's the inspiration behind the nail polish and the necklace that you got going?
I just like it. Yeah. I mean, there's no real. Just is what it is. Do what you love. Wear what you want.
It looks like gummy worms. I love it. Your nail polish.
Oh, nice.
I am painting my nails today. Well, Paul, thank you very much. All right, thank you, and great to have you back on the show. You take care. And I know many of the Filipino fans and also your fans around the world will want to see you live on stage. Okay,
We'll
thank
be
you very much.
Thanks,
All right.
guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Klein of LANY.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
There you
Sorry
go.
about the
Thank you. All right, there you have it. Oh my goodness, that was an exciting interview. Nikki,
Yeah.
how did you feel about it?
Surprisingly, I was calm about it. But I actually love, like, when he froze, like everyone was commenting, he's frozen, but he's still hot. That is the goal.
Actually, right?
Diba?
But I love the whole nail polish vibe. Like, you know what I mean?
Right?
That's what it's all about. So,
Try it one time, Rico. Try it.
I mean, yeah, and my goodness, but yeah, just to share that side of songwriting, and I loved your question about Senti looking for love and all that, and he gave you the right.
Rico?
The answer
Yeah.
was excellent. It was about loving yourself, spending time by yourself,
Because people
And-
will disappoint you, even if they're,
Yeah.
they're really good and kind and everything. So yes, yes. Thank you, Paul Klein, for that advice.
Inspiration. Until then, thank you guys very much for watching. For those that are tuning in, if you missed out, do check out our video, share the video for all the LANY fans out there. Paul Klein of LANY. But for Facebook Live, for YouTube, and also on Twitch, she is Nikki Porter.
He is Rico Robles Live.
Monster exclusive interview only on Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1.